Hello guys, GTS Garage. A little bit of a quiet weekend, to be honest. Took the missus out yesterday, so not got that much done on the bike this weekend. I've sprayed, or I've applied a third coat to the engine. That'll probably be all I do. 3 coats I think is going to be enough. And I have sprayed a second coat to the petrol tank, which is coming out quite nice. As you saw the first one, so the second one, I'm probably going to apply 3 or 4 coats to that. So I've got another 2 coats to apply minimum. So, given that it's a quiet weekend, I decided that I've had this for a while now, which is the Tumbler that I was going to use to clean up, restore some of the nuts and bolts and springs that came off of the project bike. So I thought it would probably be worth giving a review. So what I'll do is I'm going to break down the cost of the parts that I needed to get it working, and then I'll probably go down to what I thought of the actual product itself. So the one that I purchased is the Frankford Arsenal Quick and Easy Case Tumbler. Now, make no bones about it, this is designed for bullet cases, brass bullet cases, and I've seen it in action and it looks like it works perfectly for that. So I thought, having watched a Tumbler video, I thought, do you know what, I'd probably give that a go, because the amount of nuts and bolts that come off, if you're going to replace everything, if you're going to replace all of that, especially if you plan on spraying nuts and bolts, which I haven't done myself, but I have seen many projects do that, spray them a colour. If you're going to do that, you need them to be rust free, you need them to be clean, and clean. And free from crap, basically. So this was sold based on that premise, that I would use it, get my money's worth by saving the nuts and bolts rather than having to go out and buy new. So the first thing I did is went on to Amazon, purchased it. It was £38. I think it's down $59. $59 converted down to about £38. There was also $12 shipping, which converted to about £7, something along those lines. So it cost me, I think it cost me about £45 to actually receive the product. Now the first thing it says on there, it's a 110 voltage. So you've got, if you're in the UK like I am, you're going to have to buy a converter if you don't have one already. The converter though, it's a 3-pronged. The plug that comes with this, which I shall show you now, is a 3-pronged plug. So you need a 3-prong. Now a lot of the adapters you buy only have the 2 prongs on them. They don't have that one. It does not work unless you have that 3rd prong on it. So I went back on Amazon and I found a step converter which would allow me to do it. So this one is the Mercury AC to AC converter. Should be about that size. Comes with basically a UK plug on it, and it has the points for there. So I'm hoping you can see that. There aren't any other labels on this. There are a model, so you could probably, so the model that I bought was Mercury AC to AC converter, and the model number is 351.004 UK. Okay, so that I went on to Amazon, purchased that was about £12 on its own. So 45 and 12, 57. So that's about a £57 solution at the moment. Okay. You need that to get it to work, so don't think you're just going to get this and it go. You're not. You must have a step converter that's going to convert your 240 volt in the UK to a 110. So you've got that. Now the media. Basically, the media I used was the sandblasting media, so it's very fine sand. To be honest, you could probably use sand. I don't think it would be any different. You can use a coarse sand or almond shell or whatever you've got around. You can throw in there. Now, the way it works, and you've got to be careful, because if you put too little sand in, you won't get it working the right way and it won't clean anything at all. Now, that was the first lesson. I wasted probably about 4 hours and realised that it wasn't full enough. Basically what you're looking for is you're looking for the sand to do this, and you'll see it. So anytime with the vibration of thing, the sand actually moves around and it tumbles the nuts, the bolts and everything else. So apply it, switch it on. If you've got the right pattern, then there's enough sand in, there's my recommendation. So did it do what it says on the tin? I'm going to be honest with you, because I don't think it did. I think I was disappointed in its performance, but that's not to say it's not good at doing what it is meant to do, which is the brass casings, because I think that would have come out, and I'll go back to that in a second. But for nuts, bolts and springs, I didn't notice that much difference, to be honest. I think you could have achieved the same result for just a glassful of vinegar or lemon juice, and you've probably got the same rust preventative there. It just costs you a lot less in electricity. The minimum I put these things on for, so basically I put nuts and bolts, and I'll just take this off and I'll show you what I did. I put the horn came off of the project bike, and I put that in there. It's quite a big item, and it turned in, but basically what you're looking at there, whilst it's nice and smooth, which is fine, I think you can see that, whilst it's nice and smooth, that's been there for about 6 hours. So you can see where it started, but that's 6 hours of tumbling, guys. Do you know, that isn't a great result for 6 hours of tumbling. You could have just put that in a glass of vinegar and left it for a week, and you'd probably have got a better result than that. So, with regards how well I actually thought it worked, I'm going to say no, I don't think it worked particularly well. The exception to that, and probably that's something to do with the shape, and I think it's the shape of what you put in there is where you get the result. These work perfectly, and I think it's to do with the shape, because they tumble correctly and they are round, similar to a cartridge case. These came out really nice. They came out very, very nice actually, considering. But a new set of these is about 30 quid, and this is about 70 quid. So it's not really cost effective if you are just going to do those, to be honest. Not a cost effective solution at all. So they were the only things that came out well, it has to be said. Everything else didn't really come out that well, which was disappointing, as I said. So my recommendations, if you're going to use this for nuts, bolts and springs from a motorcycle, is save your money and find another method of doing so. I wouldn't recommend this for motorcycle parts.